The
are.
button's been hit. Oh my goodness.
We are live, so far as I can tell. As far as I can tell, we're live.
I'll pull it up to make sure it's working.
No, I'm sure it's
been 10
working.
seconds yet?
No.
Don't say anything you're gonna regret.
It still hasn't been 10 seconds. You're fine.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
All right.
Soliloquy.
When everyone is ready, getting their tomfoolery out, and Kira's done looking real weird.
My camera is so behind.
It is very much.
I made that face like 2 minutes ago.
I should probably change my name from what it is right now.
Yeah, probably.
Why are you that name on Twitch?
Yeah,
I forgot to change it.
This is a family-friendly channel, you fool. You.
It is definitely not. This is the last.
Hey, it's been 10 seconds. Fuck.
It's not been 10 seconds.
It's totally been 10 seconds.
10 seconds. But
anyway, let's get started.
I feel like one of you has lied to me, and the other is Quinn.
So, quick recap of what you guys did last time in Out of the Domes, and for anyone that, isn't totally caught up. The adventurers, after meeting and fighting a bunch of zombies that had broken into the outer spiral of the Nebulas Dome, were called upon by the council and instructed to go out and aid in the recovery of a scientific team of some kind. You guys went out, had an interesting almost encounter with a giant of some kind. Something gargantuan that walked past you guys on your first night outside of the domes.
Out of the domes?
It's the nearest game!
Sorry.
Eventually, you guys found the group of scientists fighting for their lives against the undead and were able to recover them. And in return, you were allowed to watch the first and only test of the machine that they were working on, of which the details are a little bit foggy still. That night, you all went to sleep, and in the morning, you had discovered that the machine had been destroyed, and someone tried their best to blame Sketch for the whole incident. Now, you all weren't nearly as easily fooled as they expected you to be, and were very, very eager, I'll say, to call out blame to the one that caused the destruction, and in the end is now laying dead in front of you. We pick up after, what was it, an arrow that was shot? What killed him? I don't remember.
Oh, it was Richter's rifle.
A rifle! You got shot in the head! So we pick up
to me.
After the body hits the ground.
Right in front of my salad.
There is a very heavy silence over you all. The team of scientists that had once looked to Orok, the Shadarkai, as their leader, now watching on in horror, discovering his betrayal. What would you all like to do?
Guys, I can't cast, anything to save. Wait, is he on death saves? I can't know that.
No, he's dead.
He got shot in the head. Unless you have gentle repose as a spell, Mr. I don't have second levels.
Why would you shoot him, Furface?
I'm sorry, I thought you would have noticed him stab you.
I did notice him. Do you think I wouldn't notice getting stabbed? We needed information from him.
Well,
that was exciting.
Yeah.
Exciting for you, I got stabbed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of stabbed, I'm also on 5 hit points.
How many hit points do you have total?
19.
Keep in mind, you guys are still standing out in the open in the middle of the wastelands. Right. The 4 of you, have been provided with rebreather masks that are enchanted and able to sustain you, but the rest of the scientists have not.
All right,
Why
we're
did
gonna
they
start heading
send
back.
me?
Well, hold on. What do we do with the body first? Like, should we take it back or should we just?
Yes.
just-
Do
We'll
we
take it
know if
back.
we have to blow its brains out twice to make sure it doesn't turn?
Yeah, I mean, it could turn into a zombie and just chase us from behind, so it'd be good just to burn it real quick.
Is that like common knowledge that we gotta like?
Is that? Because the
It's
way
common
last
knowledge.
session,
It's common knowledge that if you destroy the brain of the zombie, it generally will stay dead.
Believe me,
Yeah,
guys, I destroyed
I'll-
the brain.
I
Well,
believe
yeah.
it. I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure
Well-
that's what turns them.
yeah. Do we still might want to take the body back just to be like, hey, this guy betrayed him?
Do you want to drag it?
I mean, I don't have to drag it, but I can take it.
He's a squishy
Also,
wizard. How is he gonna do
DM,
that?
important question. Do I see someone take him away? If you know what I mean.
Do we know what you mean?
I don't want to know. I think
make
I know
a
what you mean.
perception
No.
check.
Sounds
Guys,
good.
he's standing right at my feet. He's literally on top of my feet. I was
That's not
right next to
what I
him when
mean.
he died.
17?
17. You do see a very familiar figure, cloaked and dark, standing at the edge of this wasteland crater. You recognize your patron very, very easily
Gasp.
as they stand kind of just watching the body for a couple of moments.
Cool.
Does the body disappear?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Oof. My modifier won't even help on this one. 7.
7? I mean, seems like it's still there.
It's still like
Can I-
laying on my foot after he collapsed.
Relatively.
Can I examine the body just to make sure it won't come back as a zombie?
Make a medicine check.
Okay. Medicine. Okay. 12.
12? I mean,
Guys, we're rolling so good.
You've never been out of the Nebulas Dome before. You've never been in the Wastelands. Until like 2 days ago, you had never fought the corrupted before. So, you know, it's a little sketchy, but you're pretty sure it's gonna stay
For
down.
lack of a better word.
Can I just? I'll just be like, now, just to be sure.
I'll
take
stab
out a
him
bit of his.
I'll stab him in the head with my short sword.
Okay. You stab it in the head and you make it like a kebab onto the ground.
He's
You
not
hear-
getting back up.
Behind you, you hear hang on. Behind you, you hear Kina, the archchemist of the project, starts to throw up onto the ground.
You don't do well with bodies, I assume.
She does not reply.
I'm gonna lay a blanket over his body now.
Okay, you take a blanket, lay it over his body, and as you turn, you see Wilhelmina is trying to comfort her. All of them look very, very confused and disturbed by what has happened. And they don't seem to really understand quite yet what has gone down.
Okay.
Can I kind of go to a perspective where if I lift up the sheet a bit, Kina won't see the body. If I lift up the blanket and just examine the body, see if there's any tattoos or any marks that might look like of like a group of some kind. Like a calling
Make
card.
an investigation check, I will say.
Guy was
Okay.
branded.
Yeah.
I'm
That
He
guy's
gonna.
got a
has a
birthmark?
tattoo, but it's on his right butt cheek.
How deep of an inspection are you doing?
It says don't put it in here, please.
Okay.
Whoa.
Uh,
I'm
investigation.
I'm gonna look at the scientists and tell them to start packing up.
It's Hesper is the one that actually starts getting everyone together to start like packing everything up. Most of their belongings had already been packed up previously from the night before. Most of what they are collecting is the last little remnants of what they tried to prepare for breakfast. But it is very quickly gathered and they are ready to leave within a couple of minutes.
You said they don't have the special breathy things?
No.
Well, you said it. You also said last time that two of them at least grew up in the wastelands.
Dillock and Hesper both grew up in the Wastelands, yeah. But Wilhelmina and Kina have not.
Okay. Just wondering if I should give mine to one of them.
It's up to you.
Do they look like they're experiencing side effects?
Make a perception check.
Oh, guys, we learned I'm not good at those.
We did.
Oh, my investigation was a 21.
21?
Or no, yeah, 22, sorry.
22. There's no tattoos or branding. There's a couple of scars that seem to be from general travel or from previous battles and encounters, just from wherever he came from. Most notably, you do find a sealed letter on him that it was stuffed into his pocket.
Did you check his right butt cheek?
He did. There's only like a little tiny blue star. That's it.
Oh.
Like, well, we got
Teardrop like he killed someone.
What does the note say, DM?
well, it's one thing for sure. It's gonna get a lot of 1-star reviews. Now, I will read the letter.
The letter is very, very short. Very, very few words. For the most part, it is addressed to Orok. And it just says, to recover the experiment that the scientists are working on and to return to the... Hang on, I should have my own lore written out. I do not. I should have it memorized. A return to the Adventus Dome. Payment upon arrival.
Can you
Does
possibly
any of
send
us
that
know
to
what
me?
that
So I can write that down?
means?
Well, does Silas read the letter out to all of you, or does he keep it to himself?
I keep it to myself and stuff.
Bitch!
I keep it to myself. I keep it to myself and stuff. And you said that the Ventus?
Adventus.
Adventus.
Like
Okay.
the calendars you get at Christmas?
It's all chocolate.
It's all chocolate, dude.
Chocolate house.
Oh,
Chocolate
even the
dome.
letter's chocolate.
Chocolate dome.
This is where Santa went
Let's
during the whole
go.
surge.
Let's go.
Chocolate dome was actually my nickname in high school.
Okay, we're moving on.
I'll look to everyone else and be like, all right, well, looks like he was supposed to. Did it say he was supposed to deliver this thing to the Adventus?
He was supposed to deliver it to the Adventus Dome. Payment upon arrival.
Well, he fricked up his own job. He was supposed to deliver that thing to the Adventus.
Now do I know what it is, DM?
Adventus, make a history check.
I mean,
Is it my
I've
home
been
dome?
there, so
Dome, Chromodome.
would
You've
I
been-
know what it is?
You've been there, Sketch?
Yeah, I traveled around with my
I'd say make a history check.
Okay.
19. Is it my home dome? Home dome, Chromodome?
You would know. It is not your home dome.
We definitely not gonna go there. Anyway.
18 on history.
Okay. 18 on history. Hang on. You guys do know, though, that the Adventist Dome is the only other dome kind of midland to the continent, and often the Adventist Dome finds itself in competition with the Nebulas Dome. They're often at odds, never have gotten along for whatever reason. You also know that while the Adventist Dome brags about council and democracy, that they are run by a tyrannical leader of some kind.
Oh,
Fun.
love that for them.
That's
Okay.
nice. With
No.
the blanket still on, I'm gonna pick up this body.
Okay, you pick up the body. How do you carry it?
Princess carry, because I don't know, I'm not strong.
Oh,
Okay. I'll say, yeah, go ahead, sketch.
DM, you said for me to make a perception check to see if the other two scientists are looking like they have side effects
Mhm.
from being in the wasteland. I
Mhm.
got a 15 on that.
15? So far as you can see, it hasn't started to affect them yet. You see that they're looking pretty sunburned. But they don't look as if the surge has started to mutate them just yet.
Okay. As we walk, I will be keeping a very close eye on those two.
Okay. So do
Okay.
you all start heading back, or?
Yeah.
Should.
So, yeah. Also, two things. One, could you please send me what you said about the letter stuff so I may write it down in my notes? Sorry.
Yeah.
And two, do I know where the Adventist Dome is?
Adventus?
Yes, Adventist.
So Nebulous was more to the midwest of the where's west? Midwest of the continent. Whereas Adventist is toward east. But they're still relatively to the middle. It's not terribly far away.
Okay, so they're closer together. They're not crazy far from each other.
Yes.
Okay.
As we're leaving, can I try and just like, even if we're not leaving, while this is all happening, could I take a look around to see if there's anything outside of this crater that we're in? Like
Make a perception check.
Looking at us, anything watching?
Did they pack up the components, the destroyed components of the machine?
Yes, they did.
Okay, good.
Do they need help carrying? I will help them if they need it.
Dillock has fit it all into a backpack, at least the remnants of the machine, which there aren't many. And he puts it over his shoulders. He's walking with a little bit of a, slouch, like he's upset by something. Kind of like he's been disappointed by the fact that, obviously, this has not gone their way.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not upset because someone just died? Well, shoot, I mean...
You know what? Science.
He betrayed them.
He did.
And?
Richter, what was that perception check?
24.
24? Richter, you don't just see one thing. You see multiple.
Oh, no. Oh, mamma mia.
Far to the north of you, you see, just in the distance, barely visible through the fog and the dense wasteland air, you see a group of 5 figures atop some kind of beast. Walking.
Guys, I told you.
No.
I wish my rifle had a scope.
Hear me out.
I wish I could.
I have a bird.
They
You
will
do?
shoot it down.
Great!
I don't think.
You'll lose your knife.
Oh, shit, man.
Also, you can't walk if you're in that phase, so, we're moving.
No, I can still walk. I can see out of him.
He can, he's just blinded.
Yeah.
Can I get
Okay, someone hold Silas's hand.
No, yeah.
I wonder if he not it.
Can I get?
A nose goes.
Okay, I had siblings. I'll hold his hand.
No. I'll just put my hand on your shoulder and you guide me.
Okay, that works.
Can I get closer to
Wait,
the figures?
how tall
Not
is
like,
Silas?
to go over
Silas
to them.
is. He's like 5'7", I think.
Saw
6
it.
feet.
Oh, okay. So they're the same height, I think.
Well, Richter, do you
Yes.
share this with everybody?
We're just going to get closer to them, not like walk over to them, but
Are we
get
walking
like
away from them?
Mm-hmm.
To get back, which way do we leave at? We left.
You
at,
need to
um,
head You were heading in a westward direction. You need to head about a day's toward like southeast-ish.
So we're not walking
Then
towards the
no.
figures.
No.
we're walking away from them because
You're walking away from them.
I would like to get closer so I can get a better look at them.
You can try. They are easily over 1,000. Like they are a very, very long way away from you. You rolled just barely high enough to be able to see them at this distance.
Share with the
Guys,
class.
I have a high
Richter.
deception if that's what we need. So nobody open their mouths.
Oh, high deception, my ass. I have expertise.
I wish I had a pair of binoculars or
How does that
something.
change anything?
What do we need deception for?
You think we're gonna tell these guys the truth?
Well, we don't have
Yeah.
to say anything because we don't need anybody to go over there. I can just send my bird over there
It's
to
true.
see what's going on.
Go send your bird, but don't
How
lose
far
your
can
knife.
your bird go away from you?
Let me double check. Find
Bird
familiar.
with a knife, bird with a knife.
Bird.
As I'm standing at the edge of the crater, I'd like to call Sketch over.
Okay.
I will walk over, I guess.
Comment rules. Excellent.
So
Can I-
Sketch
Yes.
does walk over to you.
Are the figures still there? Like, I don't want to take my eyes off these figures.
Yeah, you don't. They are stationary there. You blink a couple times, rub your eyes as if it's a mirage in the heat. Even this close to the desert, the heat can make up an image that clear.
Hey, Grayskin. See
Okay,
those
fine.
guys
Yes.
over there?
Whiskers. I look over where he's looking.
Make a perception check, Sketch.
Uh,
Can I give them advantage by pointing?
Yes.
23.
23? Yeah, you see them.
I think I'm starting to believe the whole thing of you seeing figures.
Yes, why would I lie about that? What do Richter, what do I have to gain by lying about seeing figures in the distance?
I don't know. Let's try and get back double time. Someone tells me those guys aren't here by coincidence.
Yes, this is what I've been trying to tell you.
DM, to answer your question, my bird can go as far as it wants away from me. It just needs to be within 100 feet of me if I want to telepathically talk to it, look through it, and hear through it and stuff. So it can still go and look and then come back and like tell me what it's like.
Okay. Yeah, you would not be able to see through its eyes at this distance, but you could send it away.
Okay.
I will
And then
catch up with the rest of the group.
Yeah, I'll go back to them.
Okay. Do you guys start heading back toward the dome?
I guess.
Yes, of course.
I guess while we're walking really quickly, just send out Alexander.
Yeah, I'll tell
Xavier.
Silas about the figures.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, after hearing that,
Yeah,
he'll
well, you didn't know.
No, I did not know. I'll send out Xavier. I'll send out Bird with a knife, just to keep a watch
Bird
for
with
us.
a knife, bird with a knife.
Okay.
I don't know what the knife is about, but it's so funny.
Make me a perception check with the bird's modifier.
I think I'm good. I just gotta double check a Raven's modifier.
And is there anything else anyone would like to do as you guys are preparing to head off back towards the Nebulas Dome?
Like I said, I'm going to keep an eye on the 2 other scientists.
Okay.
And I will also every now and then look back towards the figures in the west, you said?
North.
Oh, north. Still not where we're heading.
No. So far as you can tell, they don't move anywhere. They just stand.
That's
they're not
great.
getting
I'll keep
closer at all?
looking back
No.
at them.
Not closer, not further.
Right. Just tune up my rifle in preparations to go.
Okay. Jack, is there anything you'd like to do?
No, I'm just gonna carry the body and keep walking.
Okay.
Make sure the blanket stays on him.
Yeah. You see, Hesper takes Kina and Wilhelmina far ahead of you guys and kind of leads the pack. But Dillock does stay behind with you, Jack, as you guys are walking away.
Cute.
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. It takes a while for Xavier to get even close. It takes a very long while. And for a very long time, you don't hear anything from him. Before he eventually does come back, he reports to you that there are a group of 5 armored individuals atop beastly horses standing toward the north.
Individuals on beasts to the... Okay.
They wear very, very heavy armor. And have a very strange glow from behind the helmet. And each of them just watches out where you guys seem to be. And at one point, one of them does look up and looked to Xavier. And that's when Xavier tells you that his memory goes foggy. And he doesn't remember flying back.
But he's back with me?
Mm-hmm.
That seems problematic.
Okay, so let's not
I'll
mess with
just,
it then.
yeah, I'll just,
That's
let's keep
too
going.
high level for me.
yeah, I'll just pick up Xavier and I'll just be like, all right, now just watch over us, please. Stuff and send them back out just to not go back to them, but just those guys, but keep a watchful eye out.
Okay. Okay, he does.
Yeah.
So, you guys slowly start making your way back southeast-ish, toward the Nebulous Dome. You guys have a full day and a half worth of walking to do. Is there anything you guys would like to achieve as you go through here?
That's something.
Who's keeping an eye out?
I mean, I keep looking around.
The bird is keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
Can I make
Okay.
a perception check to see if there's any like broken down caravans that would have been traveling through the sea, like that might have something in them?
Broken down caravans? Make a perception check.
Shush. I would also like to make sure that those armored guys aren't following us still.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can.
Okay, just making sure, because my Zoom is crashing. Yay!
Oh, yay!
16 for my perception check.
16? In the distance to the east, kind of in the general direction in which you guys are headed, you can see that what you thought was just a strange structure seems to be a series of carts and beams that have been half broken and burned and just left abandoned.
How far did you say it was?
It's toward the east of you, over 500 feet away. Like,
Are we heading
it's quite
towards
a ways
it?
away. You guys, so it's here. You guys are kind of headed in this direction. You're kind of heading just past it.
Okay. Would
Can I-
I recognize this?
You do recognize this sketch.
Oh, we're not going over there.
Can
We just
Richter
walk past.
break off from the group to try and get a little closer?
It's, like I said, it's quite a ways away. How close are you getting?
Like 150 odd feet closer.
Yeah. You can see a little bit more definition. It's a rather big space that this burned scar in the wasteland seems to cover. You can see bits of old tarp that has been ripped and charred, and beams, like I said, carts that have been overturned, Yeah,
Can I follow Richter?
sure. You follow him.
Is there any like life in there? Like anything like creatures, zombies? Well, not zombies, life, I guess.
You see in the distance a few scattered undead mingling around that area. All of them pretty burned, some of them missing limbs, just milling around as they tend to do.
But it doesn't look like there's anything of value in there. It just looks like burned tarp and stuff.
Looks like everything that was of value has been taken.
There's nothing for you there, Richter.
I can see that. Have you been here before?
Why do you care?
Because you told me that there wasn't anything there before you even looked.
It's burned remains. What could there be besides undead?
I find that there's a lot of things beyond what people would look at. You're not going to find a treasure chest on a stone pedestal in the wasteland. Might find something of value in burned ruins, though.
Trust me.
Whatever you say, then.
We have a job to do. Let's go.
Alright, I'll go back to the group.
Okay.
I will look at it for a little bit, and then I'll follow Richter.
Okay. Okay. Would Silas or Jack, would either of you like to do something?
No. I'm just gonna keep walking with him in my arms until we either make it or make camp for the night.
Yeah. I guess every so often when no one's looking, Silas will take a swig out of his flask.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Can I make a perception check? I want to
Yeah.
yell at him again.
Make
No,
a perception
it's
check.
17.
17.
I want perception. That's if I
Ooh.
hear it.
Okay.
7.
Sketch you see, Jack.
You don't see me getting drunk.
I'm too busy looking at the charred remains in the distance.
Yeah.
I'll see you getting absolutely crunk.
Yeah.
DM.
Yep.
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20. You definitely see this.
Speaking of things that are seen, you never got back to me on whether or not those armored figures were following us.
I thought I did. No, they are not following. When you turn back next after you guys have started moving, they are gone.
Okay. That is all.
I'm just gonna keep looking at the charred remains in the distance
Yeah.
until
Okay.
we've like passed them and they're behind us.
I guess as they
Like tea.
come, after walking for a bit more, and as they come back to the group, I'll fall back a little bit to talk to them, just to the kitty and the elf.
Okay.
Don't call me the
You're like-
kitty.
I'm the elf.
Like you?
Like an elf
you-
that listens to MCR.
Basically.
Sketch would if it existed in this universe.
It's like you two have been going off a lot today. Is everything all right? Or something going on?
Richter likes to meddle in things.
I see. You're just trying to make sure it doesn't get killed.
It's what I did with you.
And I thank you for that. At least now it's a good thing to know that you're trying to keep us all alive.
We've been sneaking off to make out in the corner.
You know, that's your business.
Some sloppy snogging.
All right,
Ugh.
I'm just gonna bring
Please
my
tell me
backup
that.
character.
Hey, DM, is this canon?
No, it's
Yeah,
not canon.
canon.
Alright, can I cast?
No,
can I
Sketch
cast
doesn't
curse
speak
disease?
like that.
I'd like to cast second level curse disease on both of them.
You don't have second level spells.
Don't die. Make myself level 3.
Night does fall, and you can either choose to continue through the night, or you can stop and make camp and continue in the morning.
Let's
Any
make camp. These people just have
Good
seen-
places? I mean,
Yeah, is there any good places to stop and make camp?
Make a survival check, the two of you.
Could
But, Mom...
could I help them with Xavier?
I'd
Since he
say
is still-
choose one of them to give advantage to.
What's your guys' for survival?
+2.
plus
So that's a
1.
2, and that's a 1. I'll give it to the 2. Sketch, you have advantage.
Thanks, man. Oh, thank God. 18. The first roll was
17.
a 7.
17? So far as you guys can see, it is very, very flat open land around here. You guys passed the train you made camp at a couple hours back. You know you're not more than maybe a couple more hours walk to the Nebulas Dome. You can start to see it in the distance.
What's his name that was staying beside me?
Dillock, the little
Dillock.
goblin.
I'll ask him to go ask the other scientists if they want to stop to sleep or just keep going the last few hours.
Okay.
How much hours is a last few hours? Like
2.5, 3.
2.5?
Epic.
I say we go then.
I would have to agree.
I say we continue.
Yeah. If they get tired, I can make something that they can write on.
Dillock does come back and he does say to you, Jack, he goes, they want to keep going. They want to go.
Cool.
Thanks.
Gosh, I love this guy.
I know.
I like the
So
nighttime.
The nighttime
Yeah.
is quite
Star's
nice.
pretty.
It is. That's when my
Starts
business really
pretty.
starts to.
It's a little
kick up.
cloudy tonight, but it's good.
Is it cloudy often in the
In
waste?
daytime.
Wait, I would know that. Never mind, I don't say that.
Is it cloudy often in the waste? Here, I'll say it.
Yeah, there you go. Answer my question.
It
What's
depends.
it like in the place where I'm from?
Shut up!
What's it like back home where I've lived my entire life? you know?
Tired.
Should've
Dylan
slept
goes,
then.
up in the north? Yeah. It's
Yeah.
real stormy. But, like, here it's not so bad.
Yeah. Doesn't get super stormy often.
No. No. Not unless you're really unlucky.
That's good for us.
Well, luck doesn't exactly follow us around.
I got
Silas
luck.
does.
I got luck. And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out what looks to be like a rabbit's foot on like a little bit of a chain. He goes, I got luck. I hunted it myself.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't
that's
find
impressive.
rabbits very often.
No, I hear they're. God, I've been trying to get my hands on some of their
Don't
meat.
find rabbits very often, and he fucking killed this one.
Yes, he did.
He murked it.
I mean, I'll just. Sal's be very impressed that he'll just be like, where did you find that? Actually, been trying to get my hands on.
It was someone's pet.
It was my
I used to have a
sister's.
different familiar.
I was
Oh no!
in the east, near Eternum. They got, like, wildlife over there.
Eternum, is that another dome?
Yes, Eternum is another dome.
Might have to
Is that
reach
one
out
I
there.
know, DM?
Eternum is one you know.
Is it one I know, DM?
Sketch, you do not know the Eternum Dome.
What?
Do I know it because I live there?
Rich
You're
boy.
very familiar with the Eternum Dome.
Do we often have rabbits?
Yeah. You know, the Eternum is, sorry, not Eternum, Absolution. Sorry, not Absolution. That's the one you're from. Not Eternum. I had them mixed up. You know that with its proximity to the swamp and marshes, you do tend to get more wildlife than anywhere else on the continent. And it's something that they have turned into a pretty good farming business, all things considered. A lot of the best meat in the entire continent comes from the Eternum, from Absolution.
Fun.
Right.
Yeah.
I need to
Rabbits
branch out there.
stuff,
Yeah.
pretty common around there.
I saw a deer too. I didn't get to kill it, but I saw one. It had
Really,
2
I've
heads.
been meaning to maybe branch out
Yes.
into the Absolution Dome.
The Wasteland will do that to
I wouldn't
animals.
suggest it.
It's,
Well, I mean, it'd be great
They're
for
not-
business, plus closer to a bunch of things that I could sell.
they're
Like-
not
like-
super nice there, but you know, they got stuff.
They also don't drink as often there.
Stuff is quite nice.
Jack, make a history check.
I don't know. He's trying to come up with any reason where he would never have to go back there again.
Make a history
Well,
check.
hey, it's not you going back there, it's me. I'm going there just to get some fucking coin.
Damn, I don't think I know if they drink.
What is it?
It's
They probably drink like rich people.
Yeah.
that would be a 11.
11. Despite having not been home in many years, you are very aware that Absolution, while having the best amount of wildlife and fresh meat, also with its humid temperatures and strong soil, is the #1 wine production dome on the continent.
So you're a liar. Is what I'm
So I'm
hearing.
a dirty
what you're
filthy
saying
liar.
is I have an even better reason now to branch out to
Oh
there.
shit!
That's what you get for calling me a liar,
Here
motherfucker.
he's gone to absolution.
That's but now I have an even better reason to branch out to there.
Yes, but nobody knows that but me, and I would not be sharing this information there. They
Yes.
don't drink. They don't.
In his
Party.
travels, does Victor
Insight
know that?
check.
Oh, Richter, you would 100% know that, yeah.
Insight check
Make
if I
it-
know if they drink. or
Make
not.
an insight check,
Biggest
make a
wine
deception
producers
check.
in the planet.
Sounds good.
Richter, you've been to the Absolution Domes a couple times on a couple contracts. The rich people there pay very well to get jobs done.
Of course they do. Of course they do. What'd you roll?
What'd you roll?
25.
Doesn't much matter. Richter just blurted out that you were wrong.
Shh.
What did you
No,
get,
it's fine.
Silas?
That's a cute number you got there. 16.
So I thought, motherfucker.
Insight is not my strong point.
It's no one's.
It's no one's, yeah.
Mr. Profiler here would say otherwise.
Okay. While we wait for a sketch to come back, is there anything else you guys would like to do? People you would like to talk to? The Dillock did come back and tell you that the rest of the people would like to get a move on and keep going,
Yeah,
so
I
you guys
remember.
can continue to travel through the night
Well.
if you should so wish.
I'd say
I'll
we can
talk-
move on through the night.
I'll talk to D-Lock for a little bit about the can't remember names are hard words names
Mhm.
words
Absolution.
absolution. Thank you.
Jack will try to ignore this conversation as much as humanly possible
Well, what do
and
you
look
ask
around
him?
to see if
What do you
Uh,
look around to see if what, Jack?
I was just gonna ask if my patron is still around or if he did his business.
Jack,
Did you take a shit?
thinking back to the body of Orok on the floor, you do not remember seeing your patron take him. Though your patron is no longer around wherever. Well, he's just no longer around.
How far are we away from the dome?
About 2.5, 3 hours walk.
Oh boy.
And we go double time.
You can move faster. You can cut it down to about an hour and a half if you want to.
Hold
I
on.
should've
I
heard
need
the
to
body.
check something.
Uh-huh.
I need to check something. I need to remember what Divine Sense can do.
Yeah. Detect
believe it is-
undead, fiends, and fae within a certain radius of you.
And Celestials.
And celestials.
Okay, if I do that, does that buzz him at all?
No.
Or silent? Sorry.
No, it does not. Your patron is nowhere to be seen.
Okay, but if he didn't take him and no one else showed up to do it, something's wrong. How would I test for that?
Get a test. Just go to Walmart, grab one of them tests and stuff. See if he's actually dead.
It's like a chlorine test where you stick it in the body and it tests the levels of dead.
Yeah, see if he tests positive for death. Just like,
No.
alright, there you
I
Stab
want
the
to
body.
test
If he says "ow," he's alive.
out of
Grab
character,
your
guys. I want
AK.
to test if this guy has a soul, or
Ooh,
had
you think
one
he
before
Could
death.
be a warlock.
You think he could be?
Ooh, he
Yeah,
could have
he
made
could-
a pact deal.
He could be undead. Yeah.
No wonder he died so quickly. No HP.
Says the warlock.
I'm a paladin with 18 charisma.
Paladin.
Paladin.
He's a paladin, everybody. You're a paladin, everybody.
A paladin, you are.
You guys are gonna get us in trouble.
We are already getting so much trouble with copyright.
Mm-hmm.
I have done nothing.
What do you
Anyway.
want to talk to Dillock about, Silas?
Just more details about the Absolution Dome, and maybe if he's seen any good lots that maybe I could branch out to. In
Well,
the Absolution Dome.
I spent a lot of time there. They don't like goblins very much, so they didn't
Really?
take too kindly. But I did get to go in. They drink a lot over there. A
that's
lot of wine.
That's good. Yeah.
There's a lot of competition between the families. I don't know how well a new bar would do, but you could try.
Well, I mean, and I don't know how a new bar could get in the way of family fights. Well, I mean, it could lead to them drinking, like two people who are in the opposite families drinking together, and then they get too drunk where they go off into a hotel room together. Some stuff happens. Who knows? But I mean, I think it's still good to drum up some business. It's not my business what the family thing is. I just want money.
Well, I mean, that's an honest business, but I'm just saying I don't know how else could go. Your Nebulous is nice. I like the Nebulous Dome. They're
I do
nice
too.
there.
That's
The pretty
Yeah, they
ladies
are.
in the hospice take care of me when I hurt myself.
yeah. The Nebulous Dome is a lot of nice people and stuff, but it has a lot of nice people. But I feel like I need to branch out so I can so that the Giggly Crow can be a nice place for everybody to have a good drink and stuff.
Well,
I don't.
You could always try. I don't know anything about business.
I
I'm a
could.
scientist.
Yeah. Wonder if I could take out the bar's savings and try to branch out to them.
Probably a bad idea.
My whole life is
They
full
don't
of bad
like
ideas.
outside people. There.
Just because they like them doesn't mean they won't do business with somebody with them.
I mean, let's be real. They already have higher end business than anything people could compare to in the other domes. Barring the
insulted.
killing businesses.
I feel insulted.
I was in your bar.
Yeah. And you had a good drink.
I don't remember drinking, but all right, fair enough.
You were in my, I feel a little insulted now of how you just called my bar shit compared to these people.
No, I'm saying they run high-end wine and meat businesses.
Well, meat, I can't really compare them on right now, but I feel like alcohol-wise, I serve only the best. What do you think I've been drinking in my
I don't know.
flask the whole
Have I had a
time?
better drink than the Giggly Crow?
You did not drink the drink given to you at the Giggly Crow, so
I
you
know,
don't
because every drink was poisoned.
Basically.
Victor's drink wasn't.
He poisoned like every drink at that table.
No, I didn't.
The other guy
Not you,
did.
the other guy.
Oh, yeah, the other guy. Yeah, he did. Well, that wasn't my fault.
That's why I didn't drink it. But I mean, I've tried the wine there, I'm sure.
Yeah. Once or twice. I mean, as someone who grew up with some very tasteful wines,
Mm-hmm. I'm sure I snuck into the cupboard once or twice.
you guys continue on.
We're just gonna keep going.
Baby Jack needed that wine to get the day started.
No, that was Silas.
Yeah. You guys continue for a little while, and with your picked up pace, you make it to the edge of the Nebulous Dome on the westward entrance in about an hour and a half.
Sweet. All right.
There are two guards waiting for you just on the inside of the dome, and when they see you approach and they recognize you, they set their hands, two of the chromatic order step out and set their hands against the surface of the dome, and it parts open.
Gonna stroll on through.
One of the chromatic order, a cloaked, hooded person of a deep forest green robe, turns to you, and just simply says, "Follow me."
Okay. So
Yeah.
can I go check in my bar and stuff real quick?
The
think I
council
can
will be
wait.
waiting for you.
It's all right.
And this time we're gonna ask for names, guys. Just as a thing. Because the
Um,
DM got onto me for like 3 weeks.
You don't have to ask names. Names may not be important. The guard does lead you up through the outer spiral and into the inner spiral and up
What's
toward
the-
the marble citadel. Yeah?
What's the guard's name? I like to ask then.
The guard does not tell you his name.
You really thought that was gonna work? He's wearing a large cloak and a hood. Like, come
The
on,
guard
bro.
walks-
You
can't-
said
at
ask for
least-
more names.
The guard walks at least 10 feet ahead of you guys and doesn't say a word after you agreed to go with him.
Can I have
I'm still
Xavier go
carrying
check
a
on my
dead
bar?
body.
Sure. You will not be able to see through his eyes. It is more than 100 feet away from you.
It's fine. I just want him to go there and perch him. I want to go in. I want him to go in there and just see if Adelier is there
It's on
or not.
fire.
And
So do you go to the Giggly Crow or do you send Xavier to the orphanage?
I send him to the Giggly Crow first, and if Adelier's not there, he'll go to the orphanage.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So you send Xavier off.
Oh, not with the knife, by the way. I took it.
You take the knife back. Okay.
Bird with a knife.
Everyone make me
Man with a knife.
perception checks as you are walking through the inner spiral and up to the marble citadel.
That for sure.
18.
18?
Let's go, actually. That's gonna be 22.
22?
Because I can math.
It's
Well, mine's gonna be 23.
Okay. All of you notice this. A new fixture seeming to be dotted around the inner spiral and your way through the outer spiral. There are wanted posters posted up against walls and on bulletin boards describing the hunt for 2 arsonists. One for committing homicide and arson, and another for aiding and abetting the homicide and the arsonist.
You did your research. I'm so glad.
It doesn't have any description. It doesn't have any description of
No,
the people.
they have no description.
But I would also do reckless
Shit, what happened when we were
endangerment
gone?
and assault on probably several other people, but we won't talk about that part.
Okay.
Several counts of assault, like 3rd degree. Like, you know. Anyway.
We'll take one of the wanted posters.
Okay.
I'll
Rector,
just-
you take
I'll-
one of the wanted posters.
Does it get
I'll see you.
descriptive at least?
No, they do not know
No.
who committed it. The escape
they
was
don't.
made before anyone could identify the arsonist.
Does it say what building was blown up?
Yes. Hang on.
I wonder
forgotten the
which
name of my
building was
things.
blown up in the back.
Fuck. What did I name it? Shit.
Fuck? Oh, wow.
Well, that's an interesting name.
Hang on.
Welcome to the fuck. How can I say
Why
that?
don't I see the thing?
Well,
Hang on.
I feel like you gave a service of some kind.
Okay,
The
we're moving
vortex.
on with this conversation.
Sorry, I was
Ah,
seeing.
no.
It was jumping to my inner spiral places. It was the vertex that was blown up.
The vertex or vortex?
The vertex.
Vertex.
Dome?
No,
No,
that
that's
is
the-
the
that's the
name
bar.
of the bar that Silas
Right,
blew
right,
up.
right,
blew
right,
up.
No,
That's
crap,
so worked out.
Oh, I
Uh,
get it.
Uh-huh. I'll look over.
You're
I'll look at
joking.
the guard. I'll just be like, shit. What happened while we were gone?
The guard does not reply and just keeps walking ahead of you. You do.
Jack's gonna pretend like he's not gonna kill Silas later.
You do
Jack, no?
take note. Yeah, you all know.
Oh.
You do take note that there are more chromatic orders standing around as you guys are walking through the streets. They are only just barely visible in the corner of your eye, but you do notice them.
Ugh. Are they like inherently watching us, or does it seem like they're just guarding?
Just watching.
Okay. Okay. I figured just
Don't
tighten
let them
security.
just
It's
watch
okay. Because arsonists on the loose, right, guys?
Arsonists. You are led up to the Marble Citadel and into the lobby where you are told to wait a couple of moments.
Marvelous.
You have a couple moments of silence if you would like to achieve anything.
Can Silas take a swig?
You do?
Could kill myself.
Don't have access to their armory anymore, do we?
No, not at this moment.
Alright.
Can I? Is the head scientist still alive? Like, we didn't kill the head scientist, right?
The head scientist is, no, hang on. The head scientist is Hesper.
Esper.
Hesper was the head scientist. No, sorry, he was the lead engineer.
Yeah, I thought the head
Orok
scientist was Orlok.
was the team leader. He was just in charge of keeping the team together.
Who was the manager?
He was the manager.
Gotcha.
That's confusing. Anywho.
Okay,
I'll
Hesper's
just hold
lead
his body.
engineer. Keena was lead alchemist.
Uh-huh.
Orok was just in charge of making sure everyone stays together. He was the manager of
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Hesper
Okay.
was the big
He was the
was
builder.
the big engineer. He was a builder. Kina was the big art magic lady,
Mhm.
and alchemist. While Orlok
Look.
kept them all together and worked as a
I
team.
just want to know if he had a family I should call, or but okay.
No.
Not that you know
I'll
of.
just
Fine,
hold
he's
his
not worth
body.
it.
Yeah.
I'll just hold his body and wait until I
Try
get
framing one of us.
Like, I care. What?
After a couple of minutes, you guys are let into the main meeting hall of the Marble Citadel, where as the doors swing open, that half moon arrangement of chairs is still there, but the chairs are now empty except for the one in the very middle, which that same council member.
Your mom is here.
Your mom is connecting to audio.
Well, damn, that's just kind of hurtful.
My
That's what
mom.
called for.
You weren't supposed to see that.
It's your mom, everyone.
Where the head councilman now sits on his own.
Oh God, how much have I missed?
Just
We
the
went
trip
back
back
to
to the dome.
Also,
back.
you
Silas
two are
are
wanted.
wanted.
arson.
Yeah, you and Silas are wanted.
They don't
They
know
didn't-
it's
they
you,
didn't-
but it's someone.
They don't. Okay. They don't. There's no description, but it just says there's 2 arsonists on the loose. Doesn't have any description of who.
I can't believe you dragged me into your arsonist plot. I'm
Did you?
the most against arson in this entire group.
Do you say that out loud? I'm very worried. Please don't.
No, of course I don't.
No.
Okay,
Yet.
Maybe.
Good. I was gonna say. Again, this
Okay.
is accidental arson.
Yeah,
Is the
and
scientist
I
gonna
just
report
wanted
what
by
happened first?
association.
You see Hesper and Kina do step up, and the head councilman, whom you do not know the name of yet, steps down and actually comes and meets them in the middle and speaks to them personally. And he peeks over at one point, and he looks over at, first he looks at Dillock and Wilhelmina, who both look quite tired, but still seem more
Well, they
comfortable in the dome now. Wilhelmina and Kina both have begun to show wear of the the surge on their bodies. They have started to develop burns across their arms, like actual chemical burns across the surface of their skin.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Sketch.
I said that I was keeping an eye on them.
It only really developed in the last hour or so.
Oh, okay.
Like it's just it's
The last
only
couple
just
of hours that
started.
I was not here for.
It's only just started at
Basically.
this point. But you do hear mention from the councilman that they will be taken to the Horizons infirmary where they can be taken care of.
Is that the place I went to the day before?
Yes, that is the place
Or
you
a
went
couple
to
of days ago.
Yeah, the hospice. Yeah.
Okay.
Before the councilman turns to the rest of you and looks at you, Jack, and seems to eye the very clear bundle of body
Deceased body?
in your arms. You guys at this point have not explained to the rest of the scientists about the note from the Adventist Dome, have you?
No.
Nope.
Well, I mean, he said it verbally in front of everyone, so I assume they can.
So did you
You know.
say that to them, Silas, or
What
did
I-
you aid to
What
keep
I
it
remember us
secret?
saying is I looked at everyone. I was just like, so this guy was hired. I was like, this guy was hired to take the machine to the
Adventist
Arventist
Dome.
Adventist. Okay.
Adventist Dome.
I
Was
mean,
it Adventist
yeah,
or
but
was
he
it
like
the
said
other
it
one?
like in the middle of that field where we were all
So
standing.
he
I
was all-
assume
okay.
They heard it.
So, with that in mind, you do watch as the information comes to the councilman, and there is a very heavy darkness that seems to cloud over his face. And he only speaks to the scientists for a couple more minutes before he dismisses them, and they head off, escorted out by a one of the members of the Chromatic Order, so they can drop off their belongings and be escorted to the infirmary. Before the councilman turns to you and he goes, "Well, you mostly succeeded."
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was unfortunate circumstances. The terms of our
Is there
agreement
any-
are not changed.
I got stabbed.
I can see that. Go over to the Horizons Infirmary. They have been instructed to take care of you if any of you are injured.
All right.
Is there any family we can contact or somewhere we can bury him?
So far as I've been made aware, he's not from here. A spy. If you wanted to contact his family, you'd have to go over to the Adventist Dome.
Wonderful. Thank you.
I'll have your payment delivered in the morning. I suggest you go
Oh.
to the infirmary, get some rest.
How much is our payment exactly?
I don't remember if he gave you guys a number.
$5
Yeah.
I don't think he did.
$1 million.
10
100.
million.
It was like 100 for each of
10
us.
gold.
$1
Yeah.
million.
He's
But we got half
it.
of it up front.
Yeah, you got half of it up front. I think you got like what, 100 gold up front?
We got
Nice.
50 gold up
50
front.
gold up
and-
front.
Yeah, that's
and-
right. 50 gold.
What a
50
scam.
gold later.
What a
And
skunk.
What a
he says,
scam.
due to the circumstances, we will Be courteous with our reward money. I am
Don't
nothing
do
if
to
not
me.
fair. I suggest you go
Just
get a good night's rest.
Bleeding on his fancy floors.
Go get that checked out. Go. You're making a mess.
Rub some wasteland dirt in the
Shoo now.
wound.
Yeah,
I
Uh,
have
extra pocket?
the councilman then says to you as he turns away, he turns back and he says, in the lobby you will be able to drop off your masks and they will be taken to our armory. The rest of the equipment you are free to keep.
cool.
Now go rest, do what you will. I have much to think about.
Really quickly, if you don't mind, I actually have a question and stuff. The scientist wouldn't really answer it. They wouldn't even give me a straight, just like nod or something. The machine that was destroyed, if if I'm not mistaken, it looks to me like you're trying to make the city fly, which I'm not against in any way. I think is very nice.
We are trying to further the development of technology past what was already given to us hundreds of years ago.
So another non-straight answer.
Hundreds of years walking a park for an elf like me. I'm 87.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God.
We're just gonna mute
I'm
Sketch.
gonna leave. I'm gonna go take care of my stab wound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So is that a yes or a no?
We are working on the development to aid our people. A development that it would seem the Adventist Dome has taken away from us, and to set us back months of work. Unfortunately, I am not at liberty of discussing it.
Can you at least just say yes or no? Is it to make the city fly? Yes or no?
Jack's gonna walk out to go see if there's like a graveyard or something, because his arms are starting to
Yeah.
get really tired.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right,
going
yeah.
to the hospital.
This
Jack,
is the part of the
you-
episode where the
Wait,
entire
wait,
party just
wait,
leaves that
I
one
just-
guy who won't
I
shut
just
up.
forgot. I just
Jack,
forgot
you-
that Jack was holding a body. I thought he was just going to a graveyard because he wanted to.
No, Jack, you do know that in
Literally got him
at the back of the infirmary, the Horizons Infirmary, there is a graveyard.
Looks like
Okay.
we're going together.
I'll
I'll walk with Sketch, obviously. I mean,
yeah. Oh, I have a question. Do I know if there's like a flower shop in the Nebulas Dome?
You do, yeah.
Okay. I'll leave and I'll go to the flower shop, and on my way back I'll. Well, no, I can't recall him.
Keep in mind, it is the middle of the night. So that might have to wait until morning.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, night
Um,
flowers. Mm.
Can I just try and let's see if I'm correct. I can reading spell. Where is it? There it is. You're familiar with I'm correct. I don't need to spend an hour to resummon him. I can, if he's already out, I can just like resummon Xavier.
yeah.
No, if he's
Yeah,
no,
alive, yeah, you can just bring him to you at any point. It's when
All right.
if he's dead, then you need to
He's
resummon
dead.
him.
Yeah, I need to resummon him, and that's when the fun stuff happens. 'Cause I can make him a different animal.
Did he die?
No.
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 Oh,
No,
okay.
he's
I thought I
he's-
missed something traumatic.
no. Xavier's still alive. He's just either at the Giggly Crow or the
Squibbles,
orphanage.
no.
Crow at the crow.
Squibble nip.
Wait,
Um,
is he Atelier again?
so do you recall Xavier to you?
I'll recall Xavier.
You call him to you. He tells you that the Giggly Crow, all of the lights are off. There is no activity on the inside or the outside. It has sustained no damage. And then he tells you that, so far as he could see into the orphanage, Adelier was sleeping in his bed in the room he shares with the other boys.
All right. Well, I think now's a good hour. let's go visit my family.
Okay.
I didn't know he had one of those.
Okay. So you guys all head. Richter, actually, do you follow the rest of them?
After they've all left, Richter does remain just for a little bit, and
Okay.
he would like to talk to the head. It's just the head council member there, right?
Yes, it's just the head councilman there.
So I saw those wanted posters for the two arsonists. How I don't necessarily know who either of them are, but how much would you be willing to pay me for a tip of some information?
Well, considering the destruction of property and the
That's another charge, destruction of
endangerment-
property.
I'm taking Silas, and we're gonna skip town.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
We're
Skip town,
going to
guys?
one of the other domes.
we're going to.
The price put on the head of the arsonists has been set at 250 gold each.
Dang, son!
Oh,
Can we
gosh.
frame somebody?
It would have been
Richter is a bounty hunter, and he will.
It would have been higher, but the person involved, whose life was unfortunately ended, has been a pain in my side for several years now, and I don't necessarily miss him all that much.
How much are you talking for a tip on identity?
Tip on identity? It can be discussed.
Well, all I'll say is that from what I know about that guy, he was a real asshole.
He
Probably
was.
made a lot of enemies. There's 2 bars in this town, and if people didn't go there, they probably went to the Giggly Crow. Chances are the bartender's seen someone coming through. If anyone's going to know who the real perpetrator is, it's going to be him. If you ask him, I'm sure he'll be able to give you a lead on their identity.
I'll keep that in mind.
Take a look at the people who go for business there, get a drink.
Why are you
Maybe you'll
implying
get
us in this
He's
crime?
not implying
He's
I
anything.
know
not-
we were
he's-
the one that.
no, no,
I
he's
know
not
that we were the
implying.
one that. Yeah, I know, but you're like tying us to the crime now.
No, he's giving useful
Fine.
information without
Giving
saying that you
He's
guys
technically
did
just
it.
tying me to the crime.
Are you giving useful information to get money with also kind of giving an alibi? Not really, but kind of.
If this information turns out to be useful, you will be paid.
Sounds good to me.
Good night.
And one more thing, actually.
Yes?
Shoot him. No, I what?
When we were
Bang.
out there in the-
My dog now.
when we were out there in the wasteland, around the crater where they were testing their machinery, I saw some shit. Some figures. Seemed to be wearing pretty heavy armor.
You saw some shit.
Likely more spies from other domes. I wouldn't be surprised if Adventus sent reinforcements to ensure the
Give me some
safety
weird
and
vibes.
return.
Give me a sinking feeling in my gut. Just keep an eye on that.
Well, you're lucky the domes are a safe place to be.
Flashback to session 1.
All right.
Good night.
I guess. And with that, Richter is going to head off to. Are we allowed to just sleep at the infirmary?
There are beds, but they're like cots kind of just in the middle of the hall.
You're not allowed to sleep at the infirmary.
Yeah, he's not
You're
in-
not injured.
Richter's not injured. Richter will just go find. I don't know, some place to sleep in the dirt somewhere.
There is an
Literally, your
inn.
friend owns a tavern.
Yeah, but he's not there.
There is an inn. There's the Traveler's Rest. It's an inn in the outer spiral. There's also an inn in the inner spiral, the Expedition Inn, that you could go stay in.
Yeah, sure, that sounds good.
Which one? I gave 2.
But
Uh,
you also,
The first one. Sorry, I'm looking at
The first one, the Traveler's
Yeah,
Rest.
sorry, I.
You know that one. You've stayed there a couple of times.
Yep. I will go there and I will book a room. How much is it gonna cost for a room?
3 silver for a room.
Oh, I didn't really burst in the bank there.
Jack, Sketch, and Silas. The 3 of you make your way to the Horizons Infirmary here in the Inner Spiral, where on the outside you are met with that same girl that you guys had met a couple days before, who is leaning against the front of the building. Kind of seems like she's dozing off a little bit, being in the way early hours in the morning, easily 4 o'clock in the morning. Looks like she's been out here for a while, kind of dozing off. Yeah.
Can I just poke her?
You go up and you poke her, and she screams and jumps back, and from her hands there is an explosion of light that just kind of, it doesn't hurt you, but it blinds you momentarily. And she goes, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
My eyes!
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Damn it!
I'm standing kind of behind him. I'm like holding my side and still bleeding on like everywhere as I walk down.
What
This
the
is
fuck is everybody trying to kill me?
Silas, if you're done flirting, I am still bleeding.
Are you? Oh dear! And she throws the door to the infirmary open and brings you and Jack and the rest of you guys inside. If you follow her.
I'll follow, just trip over everything.
No, I'd rather bleed out here.
No, she takes you to inside the infirmary. She sits you down on one of the cots. Just give me just a moment. I'll be right back with everything. Just hang on.
I got all the time in the world.
And she goes to leave and then pauses for a second. And she goes, hang on, let me try something. And then she comes in, she puts her hands on the wound. Like on your stomach where you're wounded, Sketch. And she closes her eyes really, really tight for a minute, and she starts like mumbling almost a prayer. And there is a vague greenish tinted light that begins to emanate from beneath her hands. You are healed for... Hang on, I have to open things. Oh dear. You are healed for... But hang on. That is 7 hit points.
Oh boy! Wow.
She goes,
12.
As she lifts her hands up, the wound has begun to close and form up again. She goes, I will be right back. I'll just get you some bandages. And then she runs off again.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'll kick Sketch's boot and give her the last 7.
Okay.
Kick me in the boot.
Just to give her more confidence that she fixed it all.
Yeah. After a couple moments, she does come back and she has the bandage. She's looking at it. She goes, "Oh, that's looking much better. Hang on.
Yep.
I will. And then she starts wrapping it. Clean it. Covers it with a salve of some kind and then wraps it again. Sketch, you do feel much better. There's the salve she's put on it has given a numbness to the surface of the skin, so it doesn't hurt. It doesn't ache at all. It actually feels quite nice.
I also got to bleed on the rich people's floor, so.
That's
This is the best.
Your blood is now millions.
I didn't say that out loud.
Your blood now rich.
I also didn't say that out loud.
Are you feeling better? Do you need anything?
I believe a long night's rest will do me well.
Yes, of course. You can stay here for the night if you want.
I would appreciate that.
My name is Maida. I will
Sketch.
It's nice to meet you. I will be looking after you for today.
Thank you.
Just,
do I need to pay?
No, we were I think they were warned of your arrival. The rest of I think, and she points to in the far side of the room. You can see some of the others. You can see Wilhelmina and Kina specifically are sitting kind of tucked away into a corner with 2 other nurses specifically tending to the burn marks that have started to take over them. Dillock and Hesper are also there, but they're wounds are far lesser compared to those who are not used to the wasteland.
I don't have wounds from the wasteland, do I? Besides the stab
No.
wound.
Besides the stab.
No.
Yeah.
You got
Besides
stabbed
being
by the wasteland
stabbed in the
radiation.
abdomen.
As this is happening, Jack and Silas, what would you two like to do?
Am I no longer blind?
Yeah, no, you weren't blind. It was just a momentary, like, the flash of light in your eyes kind of, like,
Okay.
space out for a
Stings.
second, but you're not actually blind.
Okay. I'll go in the cemetery and look for my family.
Oh,
You
he
are...
doesn't have a family.
He's
I was
also an
right.
orphan.
Doesn't have a family. They're all dead.
Oh my
You-
god, same.
You, having been here several times, are very familiar with where your family is buried, and you do find their graves without issue. You find that they have been kept clean, as they were supposed to, and well kept, taken care of.
Yeah. I'll take Xavier and just have him perch on his grave.
Mhm.
Stuff. And then I'll place the knife on what was her name? Shit, I can't remember.
Eleanor?
Eleanor's
Can't remember
grave.
your own wife's name.
Wasn't what? Not wife.
Sister, daughter thingy. I don't know what's going
Brother,
on.
sister, wife.
Alabama.
Ah, shit. No. No, dude. No.
I am here to ruin your backstory.
Shit.
Okay.
Sorry.
No
hold
worries. Jack?
Jack's gonna look at Maida, was it?
Maida.
And he's gonna kind of like indicate towards the body still in his arms. You got a few empty spots. I should probably get this settled.
Oh. Yes. We have some spaces. Follow, I'll take you out. She leads you out the back of the building to the cemetery, which is a pretty big cemetery, all things considered. And she does lead you to a couple open spaces. And she says, will there be a funeral?
He's not from around here, so it's kind of just me at this point.
Oh. Okay.
Say that as if you know him.
Do you need anything?
By empty space, it's not like already dug, right? Like,
No, it's just
Okay.
some free space in the ground.
You got a shovel and a few minutes to talk?
Yes, I suppose so, if your friend is not... They're resting.
Yeah. I'm sure she'll be out soon.
She does go off into, like, a side shed of some kind. And as she goes and gets this, you do notice Silas quite a ways away in the cemetery, but standing in front of a couple of graves.
He's full on chugging shit and is
We got you
ranting
figured
random
out,
shit.
bitch. Caught in 4K.
If I get, like, purified food and water, could that get rid of the alcohol essence in liquid?
Not poison.
No, it's just freezing a poison.
You would have to... You could lesser restoration him and make him sober.
No, I just want to get rid of all the alcohol in his drink. That's the thing. I don't want to do anything to him. I just want to get rid of the alcohol in the first place. He'll
Jack
just
is
drink more if I
chaotic evil.
sober him.
But she does come back after a second. She has two shovels, actually. She keeps one, and she ends up handing you the other one.
Okay, I'll kind of lay him down beside the spot and start digging.
She also
How
starts
romantic.
digging next to you.
Shut the fuck up.
And she goes, did he have a name?
What was his name? It was something Lack,
Warlock.
right?
Orroch.
Warlock.
Jack
Orroch.
does not care enough to remember.
Orroch. Orroch.
Oh, I very much
Warlock.
misspelled that name.
His name was Orroch.
Or-
Was he someone you knew?
For a little while, yeah. Honestly, this is more so just a courteous thing. I mean, didn't exactly have the most pleasant passing.
I wish I didn't know the guy.
It does well to respect the dead.
Oh yeah. It can save us a lot of trouble sometimes.
We here try to keep people alive, but we like to ensure that those that pass have an easy passing.
Yeah, if I could have kept it from happening, I would have. But the people who did it, they have a lot less of a respect for the living, if you know what I mean.
I understand.
How many people have you killed in the last couple of days? Don't even look at me.
No people. I didn't kill anyone.
That's a good point.
I
Yeah.
killed zombies. Silas is the one that killed actual living people. And he wasn't even the one that killed this guy.
Can
Yeah,
I just slice my neck with the knife? Just be done with it.
You put it down.
I put it. Shit.
You have to pick it up finger
to
by
be
finger.
fair, it could probably deal damage to all your hit points with a good enough roll.
True.
Wizard.
Wizard. Anyway, back to role playing.
Wizbo.
For real though, can Silas he'll lay down in between two of the graves and he'll pick up Eleanor the knife and he'll actually consider it for a bit.
Mhm.
This is getting dark.
I'm trying to have a meaningful conversation on the side over here, and he's just
Mhm.
like, "I'm gonna kill him."
This is Twitch.com. Think
Don't
about all
kill
you
my
have
ass
to live
yourself.
for. Add a leer.
Adelier.
Valid.
That
Adelier
You
one
could adopt
less-
him.
Okay. Anyway, he's
Then your
17.
family will be alive because he'll be your family.
This is gonna be a very funny time when I tell you guys my backstory.
Oh, just wait till you hear about mine.
All of your family died from necromancy STDs.
Okay.
The first time, yes. Or sorry, the second time, yes.
Necromancing, dancing, wink.
No. Second time it was necromancy.
But not STDs.
No, not STDs.
Well, then what's the point then?
So
Yeah, what's the
meta.
point?
Meta.
Point of what?
Do
Your
you
mom.
know the people you came in with?
I mean, mostly. We kind of fought against the zombies who broke into here and adventured out through the Wasteland together. So knowing them, not perfectly, but pretty well acquainted.
That was you that killed all the zombies.
I was one of the people, yeah.
I've never seen the undead before. Before then, anyway.
Yeah.
They're
They're
supposed to get into the dome.
no, not supposed to get in the dome, but seems as though didn't exactly stay that way, but I'm sure the Chromatic Order are making sure it won't happen again.
Yes, they've protected us for as long as I can remember, and for as long as my parents have been here.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm sure.
why do you have an umbrella?
I don't know, Kira. Why are you not minding your own damn business? For once in a goddamn
I can beat you with a ukulele.
I have something.
You're welcome to stay here for the night if you want. We should have some cots open if you're tired.
Yeah, just after this I can get that done.
Of course. Of course.
You lived here your entire life?
Mhm.
Inside this dome?
Yes, I grew up here in the inner spiral. My parents are archivists.
Right. Okay. That's pretty interesting.
I've always wanted to be a healer, though.
Yeah. Being able to save people is a big thing, ain't it?
It feels nice to help.
Yeah.
Feels like I'm doing something useful instead of just sitting around with the books all day.
Yeah. Books are great, but not often do they help all the time.
No.
So that led you here? To this hospital?
Well, I showed aptitude, they said. They don't often let clerics into the circle, but they made an exception.
Yeah?
The druids are very friendly.
I'm sure they are. So you're more of a church kind of person, huh?
Oh, well, they don't have a church for my god, but you know, I do what I can.
Who's your god?
The undying light.
Do I know this undying light?
You are vaguely familiar with the undying light, just in a way of it was a god that was dedicated, hasn't been worshipped in a very, very long time, since before the surge. You also know that clerical worship is not very well welcomed in other domes, especially not Absolution, where you are from.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's about right.
and you know that for her to be a cleric is likely not a very safe thing.
Yeah.
And when the surge happened, they got rid of most clerical churches. The Undying Light was just one of the many gods that was, whose worship was specifically banned because he was a kind of very, very large. How do I word this? He was very, very important to many clerics.
Right. No, of course.
He
Yeah,
gets
that's...
a bad reputation because of everything.
Yeah, us magic users haven't gotten a great one in a while either.
No. My parents tried to convince me not to follow, but I like it.
Yeah. No, that's definitely understandable. How long have you, how long have you been able to do it?
Only a couple of months. I only really have been able to practice over the last week or so because I'm here in the infirmary. I mostly just practice at home.
Yeah. You know, maybe there are better chances of learning this sort of magic in different places.
You think so?
Yeah, I do kind of think so. You know, I'm sure after tonight, after everyone gets a good rest, me and my friends will probably be looking for new opportunities. We're always welcome for another member.
Do you want me to go with you?
Do I have any, like, non-harming spells that I can show off or something? I got Hellish Rebuke, Eldritch Blast, Chill Touch, and Puppet. None of these are gonna
You
help.
use Auroch's corp as a puppet.
motherfucker.
I would rather not, actually.
Prestidigitation is better.
Dope.
I'm gonna take it soon.
You
I just
can
can
take
unlock
it now.
more spellcasting.
I don't have magic.
You can like teleport. You're fine.
I could hear Kira from the next room.
I heard it through someone else's mic.
Might have been through mine.
Oh, yeah.
Maida, eventually, at this point, you guys have reached kind of, you finished digging the grave, and she kind of digs the shovel into the ground and looks at you. I've never been outside of the dome before. I don't know. It's quite dangerous out there.
It can be, but we're more than capable fighters, and I know it's a lot to, ask of you leaving your only home, but look, a couple of us know some magic too, and I'm sure we'd be able to show you, and maybe you'd be able to show us some things. I'm gonna pick the guy up and like kind of gently lay him into the grave as we continue talking.
Wobble!
Yeet!
Okay. Okay. She is quiet for a second as she starts kind of piling the dirt back into the grave. Eventually she says, Can I have time to think about it?
Of course. Like I said, I'm sure a good night's rest is what we all need, and we won't be leaving right away in the morning.
I'll think about it.
Sounds good. Thank you for helping me.
Of course. It's my job.
It's your passion.
That too.
Go on.
All
Put
right.
the dirt back on the body.
Yep, you guys finish filling the grave. After you guys finish filling the grave, she takes the shovels back into the shed, and she does go back into the infirmary to check on her patients. And you are left with Silas out here in the graveyard.
Forgot Silas was there.
Lying on the ground going,
You just hear him, and he's drunk as fuck. You just hear him just like he's just like, no, mom.
Amazing Grace.
Yeah,
Because
he's like, no, mom, I'm not doing that.
that.
Fuck up, mom. I'm not doing that.
there's no one here
No,
beside
stop. Xavier, you
me.
always
And
take
Jack's
their
like, I'm
side.
right here.
Hey.
You just actually hear him drunk as hell. Sound like he's having a conversation with his family.
Okay.
Gosh, why
So
did
he's
we
like,
let the
no,
necromancer
mom,
join
I'm not
us?
doing that. Xavier, you always take his fucking side. No shit.
DM.
What the fucking...
Are there any rivers that run through this city?
Yes. Well, there's the sewers. There is a
This is
sewer
not a river.
system. It's not a river necessarily, no. But that is the closest thing you will find here in the Nebulas Dome.
2 questions. 1, how close is it? And 2, is it cold?
No, the Nebulous Dome is always relatively the same temperature.
No, I don't mean like cold outside as in the water. Would it be cold?
The water would be relatively cold from running underground. There is a pipe leading out of kind of from the side of the infirmary, from the main street to the side here.
See, I was just gonna make him go jump in it, but if there's a pipe, hold up. I'm going-
If you're looking to go get a bath, there is a bathhouse.
No,
Do you
no, no. This
require my
bathhouse
help
is
in
me.
pranking Silas?
Oh,
He's gonna drown me.
If I cast chill touch on this pipe, will it? Can I make it? Can I like do it so it'll like a specific cut in it and it'll
don't
burst into
get
flame?
confused. Chill touch isn't cold damage. It's
No,
necrotic.
it's necrotic.
Shit.
It's necromancy for some reason.
If you follow the end of the
Chill
pipe, the
death.
pipe to the end, there is a small place where it pools, before draining off, and the pool looks to be about 3-4 feet-ish deep.
Okay. How close is this to Silas's position?
Relatively closer, actually. It kind of circles around the back of the graveyard. It's about 15 feet from him on the outside of the graveyard.
So, I'd like to cast Puppet.
Okay.
I'd like
I'm
to
going-
stab myself.
Is there a
What I'm
saving
going-
throw from this?
It is a Constitution saving throw.
What's the DC?
Roll first, motherfucker.
What's the DC?
And what I intend to do with this is just have him walk into it, fall over, and just just drop his glass, I guess, because Puppet can also make someone drop an object.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What did you roll, Silas?
DC.
Depends on what you
Roll.
roll.
DC.
DM knows what the DC is. That's the thing.
Do I?
Mhm. I'm asking the player, Jack, what is the DC that I have
See.
to beat?
I don't. As a DM, I never tell DCs until after the roll is announced.
Well, you're not the DM.
Yeah.
It's a DC of 15.
I got an 18.
Sure you did.
Fucking
We can't see.
Can't see anything.
18. That's
You
the number I
have
got.
+0 to
That's
your
a 4.
Constitution.
Yeah.
DM, does he get a disadvantage because he's drunk as shit?
Not on a spell save, no.
Fuck.
Drat.
Is there a hose I could grab and just spray him?
Yeah.
You had better.
Why didn't you
cantrips.
try that?
Because I thought Puppet would be funnier, because I've never used Puppet before. All we've had is fought is zombies. I don't think it's. I mean, it would work against.
It would work well
but it's
against
not
zombies.
fun. I'll
Um,
just go
Fun.
inside.
You just go inside? Okay.
I'm
Come have a
material
slumber
girl.
party with me.
I'm not going.
I'm
to
sl-
slumber
I'm
you.
sleeping in the infirmary. Come have a slumber
Silas,
party
how
with
long do
me.
you stay outside for?
Probably the whole night.
Yeah? Okay.
He stays out there the whole fucking night, drunk as hell, has a couple every so often suicidal thoughts.
Okay.
Great. If I wasn't like asleep in my hospital bed, I'd like go out and talk to you, but I don't know, you're out there.
Hey, you're
Yeah.
kind of unconscious right now.
No, I'm not unconscious. I'm just asleep.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit you with something.
Well, he will. Okay, we'll say he, after a bit, he will get up and leave, and he'll go back to the Giggly Crow. And
Come
just
have a
sit
slumber
there.
party with me.
I'm gonna
Okay.
stay in a cot as
Um,
far away from Sketch as humanly possible.
That's totally possible. You see, Maida has set you out a cot to the side where it's quiet. Night passes. You guys all get a long rest. Hit points restored. Spell slots restored. Anything expended. Morning
I
comes.
can teleport again.
What would you all like to do this morning?
In the morning, I will leave the infirmary and I guess I will go to the Giggly Crow.
Okay.
I will
Have a massive
open up
hangover.
the Giggly Crow.
Okay. You open up. Sketch is one of the first people to walk in that morning.
All right.
Uh,
All right. Hello there. Welcome to the Giggly Crow. How can I do for you? So,
You know, I've been here before.
I know. It's just something I always gotta say now.
You're not held by You're not held by departmental policy. What are you talking?
I know. I don't have to say it, but it's become a little bit of a habit every time I move up shop.
Do you have breakfast?
Yeah, we got breakfast. DM, is Adelier here or no?
Adelier, when he sees the Giggly Crow is open, does come to look in, and he sees you inside. He goes, "Boss, when did you get back?
Last night?
You didn't tell me."
Well, you were asleep, buddy. I sent my bird, but you were asleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can I work
Alright,
here
well-
again?
Oh!
Yes, I was about to tell you. I never fired you. Now, Go in the kitchen. Get your
Oh.
apron on.
Here, he
We got a
reaches into his
customer.
pocket and he takes out the key to the Giggly Crow, and he hands it to you. He goes, there's your key. Do you want bread? I learned how to make bread yesterday.
I would
Yeah,
love
that'd be
some
great.
bread.
Okay, I'll go make bread. And he goes and he runs into the kitchen.
Do I get a discount for being your friend?
Let's see. Well, it depends on what you're ordering.
A sandwich? Breakfast.
Sandwich,
I'm
alright.
hungry.
Breakfast sandwich. All right. I'll give you that for like 8 copper, or not 8 silver.
All right. I hand him the money. I'll go and like sit down in the corner.
So I also just continue to clean the glass, and he'll try to make a bit of small talk with Sketch. You're like, oh, how'd you sleep last night?
Well, I slept in the infirmary. So not the best sleep I've had, but definitely better than sleeping out in the wasteland.
Yeah, their beds are not the comfiest stuff.
What did you do last night?
Chatted a bit with my family and then came back here.
Are they well?
Last I checked, yeah.
Good.
Mhm. Alright. Yeah. Do you got a family you look after?
Not exactly.
Alright.
It's like everyone's family is dead other than mine. Jeez.
family's
Why
alive, he just
do I always have the living family members in this party? Jeez.
True.
Hey,
Victor's family is alive.
I have
Hector's
multiple
family
characters.
is alive currently, not forever, not when I'm done with them.
Amos's family is alive.
So is Eric's.
Know these characters.
Twitch can get fucked.
Don't say that. The algorithms, Kira.
Algorithm will come after us.
No.
Richter,
They're
you wake up
listening.
in the Traveler's Rest.
Richter does not
that
wake
morning.
up. He continues to sleep.
Okay, never mind. Jack, you also wake up.
Nice man.
You wake up the
Good
next
man.
morning. The infirmary is empty at this point. Everyone who had been brought in the previous night has left for the day. Maida is still there, and she is already up, milling around, refilling pitchers of water, checking on the plants, restocking shelves of bandages. You look over, and she looks like she hasn't slept.
I'll walk over to her.
The
Any way I
youths
can help?
these days.
No, I'm just getting everything ready. Making sure everything is the way it should be.
You didn't sleep last night, did you?
I was on watch all night. They asked me to keep an eye out, and I was making sure that everyone was fine.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
Aha! Hold on. Check what my insight is. That'll be 19.
19.
19.
So far as you can tell, she's telling the truth.
Okay.
Looks like she's being truthful. It doesn't escape you that she probably spent that watch thinking about everything.
Well, if you need any help, just let me know.
I will. Your friend, the elf, they left earlier. I think they said they were heading to the Laughing Bird?
Giggly Crow.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
You can, come back later if you want.
I'll probably do that. If you have an answer or just want to talk things through, come by there.
All right. All right.
And Jackal head out.
You head to the Giggly Crow. Okay.
Giggly crow.
By the time you get there, Jack, Adelier has come out. He's brought he hasn't finished the bread yet, but he's put out a tray of like cheese and ham and stuff that he's made up, and he goes, I went and got food yesterday. I didn't know when you were gonna be back, but like I like cheese, and they have really good cheese, and like, so here's cheese, and he sets the board on the counter in front of you guys.
I like cheese.
Cheese, it's good, right?
Doesn't like
It's
cheese.
really
Yes.
good,
Doesn't
right?
like cheese, really.
Yes, cheese is quite nice.
Cheese is quite
It's
nice,
good.
yeah. Sketch, do you want me to get you a drink while you're... I mean, not an alcoholic drink. It's the morning. An alcoholic drink while you're
Boss,
eating
you
that.
drink in the morning all the time.
Well,
Yes, day drinking.
yeah. Well, yes, but Sketch is not me.
I'll have
Okay.
water.
And he goes back.
Water? All right. I'll pour
Jack,
you a glass
you have
of
walked in
water.
at this time.
Hey there, welcome to Giggly Crow. How can I do for you?
Can I do this for you?
How can I do for
Good I
you?
did for you.
Maybe
You
he's
can tell
staying.
he's still drunk.
Yeah.
DM.
Uh-huh.
I'll just go over there and kind of like sit out and like lay my head on the counter.
I will, trying to be comforting, reach over and just on his head.
Okay.
I'm not in pain, Sketch.
I can tell.
Physically. Mentally, you two give me an aneurysm.
You know, you're not the first person to tell me that.
Yeah, I believe that actually.
How did you sleep?
Well,
All right.
You don't look so good. What happened?
I don't.
No. You look a little down in the dumps.
It is the
No.
morning. He could be tired.
Well, yes.
Are you drunk? Again?
He's always drunk.
Adelier!
Sorry, boss.
I leave Adelier a gold coin as a tip.
More than you paid for your entire meal.
I know, he deserves it. I think he
He
deserves it.
Do you hand it to him as he comes out?
Yes.
He brings you your drink, and you hand him the gold coin. He goes, "Is it real?"
Yes. I haven't dealt with fake money in quite a while.
Cool. I hit.
Fake
Puts it in
money?
his pocket, and he goes.
You don't know my life.
Adelier, can you check it real quick? Just to be sure.
Boss, I've never seen gold before. I don't know what to do.
Let me see it.
Okay. And he hands it to you.
I'll just bite it. See if it's real gold.
It's gold.
Alright, I'll give it back to Adelier. Alright.
You spit on it.
I wiped it off. I'll wipe it off.
I wasn't
Here,
about to
I'll take-
tip a
I'll take it.
child fake money.
Well, then you're better than a lot of other customers I've had.
I'm gonna pull out a wanted poster out of my pocket and kind of just slam it on the counter.
Can I? I'm
Gah.
gonna look at it. What is this?
What does it look like?
I see. Is it the wanted poster for the arsonists?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's us.
Great.
Hmm.
I'm gonna slap
Okay.
Silas.
Roll,
I'm behind a
roll an
counter
attack
right
roll.
now.
Make an attack.
No, I won't slap him. I'm gonna grab him by his shirt. He's like, I'm now affiliated with you. I am
Yes.
linked to your crime.
Okay, you're not technically linked to my crime yet. They have no description of us.
Arsonist. Arsonist.
Yes.
Do I seem like an arsonist?
No.
Exactly.
Do I seem like an arsonist?
Yes.
Yeah, it's all in the history of the event. Actually, arsony is not always a repeated crime.
Most of the times.
Most of the time it is, but
Yes,
this
but
time
usually
it's not.
arsonists will repeat.
Yes.
I'm not gonna repeat that crime.
And I'm sure you will.
Yes, well, the first time was an accident, and I'm
Alright.
sure you will make a mistake like that again.
I won't, because I'm a person. I'm a human being who learns from their mistakes, and I know for a fact this is a mistake. I did not mean to burn the place down. And
So you won't go try
Shut
to
up.
attack opposing people.
shut up. Just shut up. And all I'm saying is, I've told you all several times, I'm sorry, Sketch, that I did this. This was an accident. Good thing is, though, they have no description. All right? So technically, you're not really affiliated with me. You could just leave,
Yes.
and I could blame it for someone else if they find out it's me.
Yes, they don't have a description because I was there to get you
Yes.
out.
Yes.
In my opinion, we should just blame it on the guys who tried to poison me the other day.
I was thinking the same thing.
Do they have the capabilities of pulling this off?
Drunk men setting things on fire accidentally? That's
And then
exactly what
making it
Silas
out
did.
alive?
Yes, that's exactly what Silas did.
Well, technically, he made it out alive because of you.
They don't know that.
Are y'all
That's
forgetting
true.
that fire bombs are a thing?
Yeah.
Molotov cocktails.
Yeah.
Also, if I'm correct, we could have also made it sound like this could have been I guess nobody actually did do an arsonist. Maybe you just saved my life because this
Did
place
an
was covered and riddled
arsonist.
with alcohol. No. This place was covered with alcohol, and also that's how it was exploded originally. What if a candle fell onto it? That would have done it. That would have still done it.
Would have had a different effect.
Then if someone comes asking, tell them that.
Yeah, I'll tell them that, or the two guys who tried to poison you guys.
Either way, y'all have fun with that. And I'm
I
gonna
most
is there
certainly
a
will not
candle
be.
in the room?
A candle?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple.
I'm just gonna put it over the candle so it'll burn.
Oh,
I don't throw paper away.
Please do not
Sure,
set
it's wasteful.
another building on fire. I don't like fire.
especially mine.
Y'all act like I've never burned paper in my hand before.
I don't know you.
At this moment, there is a knock at the doors to the Giggly Crow.
Can I open it?
You can?
I
Welcome to the Giggly Crow. Who the fuck are you?
You see
She's not an
standing at the
employee.
doors, first of all, in front, there are three figures. In the very front is Maida. The
Oh,
little
I don't
she's
say that.
she's a very short
Too late.
her blonde hair is kind of pulled back into a ponytail.
Uh-huh.
She's gotten rid of the nurse outfit from the infirmary, and she's wearing just kind of regular traveling clothes. She's got a backpack, and at her side, in a kind of like a holster of some kind, there is like a little axe, like a little hand axe.
Great. I don't say that when I open the door.
Standing behind her are two members of the Chromatic Order.
Oh!
And she goes, "Oh, I'm really sorry. They
Hello?
followed me here."
How can I do you
Hey?
three? How can I do you three? How can I help you three?
I was
How can
looking
I
for
help you?
him. And she points over to Jack.
All
You
right.
can come in.
Okay. And she kind of just
By
dumps
the way,
around
she
you,
doesn't
Sketch, and goes
I'm
and
gonna
stands
act
next
like
to
I
you,
own the
Jack.
place.
Yeah, of course you are.
Welcome, welcome, John. Well, who are the? Do I know what gender of the chromatic orders they look like?
They are hooded, cloaked. You cannot tell the difference. One is wearing a red cloak and
Okay.
one is wearing a
Oh.
blue cloak.
Lean on the
Okay.
doorway. Welcome, bastards. What do you need?
She is not
The
my
one in the
You're
red
employee.
cloak.
affiliated with me.
They are not my employee. How can I help you two today?
I'm his employee. How can I help you?
Adelier, keep cooking.
Okay, boss.
Hold on. Let him
I'm
cook.
friends with the elf.
Ow! I did it again. And
Can you?
Maida hears
Sketch-
this and goes running off into
Thank you.
the kitchen.
As she runs by, I'll just be like, thank you, Maida. How can I help you two?
The one in the red cloak, face tilted down, still kind of, there's a mask pulled up just above the nose, so only the eyes are showing. And they say to you, Councilman Dieza has requested your presence in the Marble Citadel.
Again?
Just me
Which
or all
one
of us?
All of you. And the cat.
I love how we're all
furry
reduced
face.
to our. Never mind.
You racist.
No, let's be
You're
honest. It's
racist.
just Richter.
Goddamn racist.
Everyone just keeps calling him cat names. Next thing you know, Sketch is gonna go, Richter!
Richter will shoot you.
Just gonna go piss.
just don't let him near catnip, that's all.
Oh my god, guys, I need to find catnip.
You would smoke it.
True. The one in the blue cloak steps out of the way, kind of makes room in the doorway for you guys to leave, while the one in the red cloak stays where they are, and they go, Councilman Dieza has requested your presence in the Marble Citadel immediately.
Jack,
Yeah.
the color
I can
guys
hear
are
him.
here for us again.
Sketch really doesn't like
Yeah.
people of color.
Bro. Okay.
How do
I
leave?
don't
Get
think-
me out! Get me out!
I don't think I'll be able to come with you this time. I'll have them tell me what has happened. I have an establishment to run.
You have employees.
The Councilman Dieza has requested all of your presences in the Marble Citadel.
What's the point of
would-
having employees if you have...
Well, I'm sorry. It's hard to get employees. I'm lucky I got Adelier.
Yes, he's very competent.
Adelier comes out of the kitchen with two bandaged hands with Maida following him. She's just kind of like shaking her head. And Adelier goes, Boss, I ran the bar for like 3 days on my own. I got this.
I like this kid.
Adelier,
I like
you
this
got your hands are cut up.
No, these are just for show. I'm fine.
and Jack
I'd
kind
like
of
to
give
take
Maida
one
a
of the
look
bandages.
like.
I'd like to
She
look
turns
under
to you,
the
she goes,
bandages.
They're not really for show.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, Adelier.
I think you got this, kid. Pat, pat.
I got this! And he gives you a high five. Ow!
Oh. Pat his head.
Adelier, go home. Go home.
Why are you like
But
this?
boss, I just got here. I'm making bread. I'll run the
Well-
bar. Go to your meeting.
You can't run the bar with two. Okay, I won't send you home, but you can't run the bar, okay?
I'll
We
make
can't run
bread.
the bar with these hands. Yes, you can make bread. Be careful. Don't hurt yourself. Wear the oven mitts. Stuff. Go make some bread.
Are you his father?
Stuff.
Yes.
Are you my dad?
Hmm?
Boss, are you my dad?
Jack
Not-
will.
not
Can I
actually.
roll the set of performance or something to like try to not laugh?
Roll a performance check.
I don't know how to answer this question.
Of course he's your dad. Why,
I got a
why else would he be
4
acting
DM.
like this?
You
I don't
laugh.
have children. I don't
Adelier,
have
of
children.
course. Of course he's your father. Why else would he be acting like this?
I knew it. I'm gonna go make bread. And then he goes
Yeah,
back
go
into the
make bread.
kitchen.
That's what you get for making me an arsonist.
Yeah, she made you a father.
Yeah.
I don't like where this conversation is going. Actually,
Silas, I have something to tell you.
The
Oh, no.
chromatic order member in the red cloak is watching all of this happen. And they turn to you and go, I hate to interrupt this lovely family reunion, but
no,
the
you
councilman
obviously
DA.
do love to do it.
You're right, I do. They need you up in the Marble Citadel. The council is
I'm
waiting.
still laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know where
Maida's like
quote
patting you on the
unquote
back.
the cat is?
No,
What
Right.
time is it, DM?
it's like 9-ish in the morning, 10-ish in the morning.
Victor's still asleep. Make it noon and we'll talk.
Do it. I'm gonna go to the tavern or the inn. Sorry, we're at the tavern. The inn in this part of town to see if he's there.
Okay. Sketch breaks off to go find Richter. Do the rest of you follow the chromatic order?
I'll follow the chromatic order and look to Maida. So, want to come along?
I thought I made a good decision, but you look like you need help.
Yeah.
Forget.
Sketch, you go to the Traveler's Rest Inn, which doubles as the orphanage. It is also the other half of the building is the orphanage. But it is
Okay.
run by a very tall, elderly Furbolg man, who looks at you as you walk in and goes, "Oh, hello.
Hello.
You're early. I don't suppose you need a room, do you?"
No, I'm looking for someone.
"I will see what I can do."
Yes, he looks like a cat.
"I do remember him coming in last night."
Do you know where
Very
his
late.
room is?
"I don't know if I can give you the location of my patrons."
He's my friend. We're being summoned by the chromatic order. He needs to wake up.
"Unfortunately, for the safety of my patrons, I cannot give you their room numbers, but I could go and wake him for you."
Don't know if you'll be able to, but fine.
He goes up the stairs and he disappears, and there is a knock at your door, Richter.
Yeah, Richter like lazily slides his ass out of bed and starts getting ready.
He's got like white boxers with hearts on them.
About 10 minutes later, Richter does come down the stairs, Sketch.
Rise and shine, Sleeping Beauty.
I will shoot you next.
I have no doubt. Now get your ass into gear.
As he's walking past Sketch, he's like, can he like whisper in their ear and be like, "I know who those wanted posters were for."
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure we all know who those wanted posters were for.
But this time it's a threat.
Once again, you guys start to make your way up to the
I'm
Marble
not
Citadel.
fazed by his threat.
Not for the first time in the last 3 days, and definitely not for the first time at all. On summons from the council. And I think
Yay,
that's where we're
council.
gonna leave off for today.
Let's go.
Yahoo!
I got done the 2 things I wanted to do.
Dude, I'm a wanted criminal. I mean, technically, I was already a wanted criminal.
Technically.
I You don't know that.
You look healthy.
Dude, I'm like this close to going to the orphanage and adopting Adelier.
Valid,
Officially.
Okay,
valid.
we can't take Adelier.
Going
Well,
to.
we could take Adelier too.
You could take
Does anyone know
Adelaide
enough,
with
like,
you.
party
Oh,
members to
no.
defend.
Know enough like roguish stuff to like teach him? Can we like teach him to be a rogue?
Sketch who's the
technically?
rogue.
Guys,
Are we
I'm
still
a
streaming?
rogue, and I'm talking about
Yeah.
adopting him.
Well, Richter
mean,
always wanted.
I
to
get
push
he's
it.
like 17 and could easily age out of it, but he or is he younger than 17?
He's like late teens. I didn't say exactly how old he was, but he's like late teens, like
He's
15,
a baby
16.
elf.
Oh yeah, he is a very
Yeah.
young elf. He has not even reached
Yeah.
maturity.
Yeah.
That's like
But
not much coming from me. 'cause I'm
before
only
we continue
87.
on, we're gonna stop stream for tonight.
Yeah.
That'll be
Bye,
it from us.
everybody. Watch on
See you
YouTube.
later.
Bye.